Why
very
didn't you just
insane that
ask
you
him,
wanted
bro?
it.
Bro, you have a model. Like, come on, bro. Also, is this your picture that you drew, or just one that you have?
There's one that I have.
Not
If you want, I could replace it with the one I drew earlier, but it's not done yet.
Let's go. Work in progress. Let's see it.
You haven't seen it? Hold on.
Bro, you haven't shown me. You don't show me shit, bro.
I
he
literally
did.
showed everyone like twice.
You didn't, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bro. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh, okay. Or you're a liar and then you forget.
Or I'm a liar and I just want to see your art.
That's crazy, actually. Anyways.
Come on, bro. Eagle is caught, waiting, just flash.
Bro literally has no shirt. Here you go.
Bro, just ask him how big his beans is.
Straight up, he probably wouldn't respond.
And all this before the recap? That's insane, actually.
That's insane.
There you go. Now you can look at his glorious picture
Let's go.
in progress.
Oh, let's go. His nipples to the side.
You already know, dude.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. The fuck? Shit
Yeah,
looks
see?
good as hell. Yeah, we've all seen this.
Yeah, alright. Anyone need a recap?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's really short. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. We
Alright.
always do a recap. Fuck it.
Okay, recap. Sean's trial is only a few hours away, and after hours of walking through the morning... Say the BuzzFeed? Okay. Sean's trial is only a few hours away. After hours of walking through the snow from night till dawn, the party returns to the Stonehill Inn to rest for a few hours. Toby, the Stonehill innkeeper, cooked up a mean batch of chili. However, unbeknownst to him, the party is sleeping through the entire morning, and the Stonehill Inn's chili is now chilled, room temperatured, and unsavory.
Thank you, Willie.
You're welcome. Literally everyone like showed up and went to bed, like on the table. Showed up and went to
Oh yeah, me and Jake are snoozing in
But little did the party know, literally everyone fell asleep, and they only had 3 hours to rest. Do they oversleep or not? Roll your dice.
Oh, jeez. What are we rolling? D20?
Let's see it, D20, bro. And then they asked themselves, hey, what if we got burgers?
Oh, bro. Nah, can I get a reroll? This thing spun in.
What if we all got Burger King? No way. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 14. Do I wake up?
Bruh.
Josue got a 9. He's sleepy.
Stinky. Diarrhea doo-doo. No. You're good.
Josue stinky.
I want to take a pic with Cardi B in my cardigan.
Specifically, she's crushing my pelvis.
With her penis.
William said. He killed him, man.
I fucking kill him. He's done. I have murdered the DM. Now Sean will not be hung in normal glass. It's dying. No, my dice rolled into Neverland. Fuck, where'd it go? It rolled into the gay zone where I can't see. The gay
I'm gonna need like
zone.
5 minutes. That came out of my nose.
Actually, I could kill William's keyboard. He spit water out of his nose.
I was like, oh yeah, this is not that funny. Then it was. That's so good.
Mom's like, the fuck happened? Oh, you know.
Oh. Oh my god.
You alright?
No?
Oh,
Yeah.
I killed that man, dude. Almost committed murder.
This is such a great start.
Perfect.
Hey! Now I can drink normally.
Can you?
Yeah. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm pretty solid, yeah.
Alright.
If anyone has anything like out of pocket they want to really add on right now.
Peanut butter nipple sex. Alright, I'm ready.
That does not work.
It works at Anime William. It works.
Glad you got it out though.
Thanks.
Where was I? Oh, that's right, yeah. Nope, it's alright. Everyone wakes up on time, albeit probably not that well rested.
Not that well rested. I was sleeping on a.
Table.
You were kind of
Okay.
leaned into the mahogany table over here, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'll be honest. I believe Jake was also
Bruised rib cage.
one next to me. Yeah, my bruised ribcage from fucking skeleton that punched me.
Absolutely. Is at this point, Toby is walking out from the kitchen. And he is kind of standing next to Igor. He's looking at you and Leo, Ben. yes, kind of like flickering in and out, and Toby generally like, kind of knocks on the table. You're right. You guys
Oi.
have been out for quite a little while.
Ah.
How long has it been? Exactly.
Oh my god.
They just
Toby,
missed Sean's trial and he's already dead.
is Sean dead?
Well, I got good news and bad news.
Oh, he's not dead. Oh, thank God.
No, that's the bad news.
Oh shit.
I'm just joking with you. The good news is you got about an hour till the trial starts. The bad news is the chili you wanted points towards the bowls in front of you. It's a little cold.
Does it come with cornbread?
It does. It's in the bowl.
Oh,
So if you
Guys,
enjoy room temperature chili, then eat away, I guess.
any temperature chili is good chili.
Yeah, I just looked down at the bowl. I just look up to Sean. This is gonna be fine. Thank you. It doesn't matter if it's
It's
cold. I will still
profound.
eat it. I like dip some cornbread in the chili and just start like fucking.
I'd say eat up, but make sure you also ease up. Who knows how long you guys went without food? You are actually, yeah.
It's only been a little bit.
Can I gorge into that delicious chili with cornbread?
Absolutely. Toby kind of like nudges the bowl towards you.
Oh, thank God.
What is with all of you?
Hungry.
All of them, maybe you people.
Okay, one at a time. I didn't quite catch that.
This is delicious chili, Chief.
Thank you.
Hungry. Oh,
But I what? I'm just gonna assume you really like it.
delicious.
Is Igor still sleeping?
No, actually, he's just sitting next to you. He's already awake.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so what's happening?
Well, we've got a few hours until Sean hangs, or his trial at least.
You got some time to discuss your strategy if you want to ever represent him or not. The pseudo town guard came by and they already picked him up, so they're getting everything ready down there at the town hall. Excuse me.
There goes that disguise. Heck yeah, out the window.
Oh, this chili was delicious. Thank you. Oh, also, this
Fuck.
table is very comfortable. Oh,
I'm
oh,
happy you like it.
it's fantastic.
Wasn't entirely meant to be comfortable, but
It was comfortable for a nap, at least. Maybe laying on it, not so much, but for a nap, it was great.
now that I understand. Can I get you all anything? Some water, perhaps?
Please.
Alright, I'll be back with that. Toby disappears back to the kitchen.
Okay, so what's the plan for Sean's trial? I assume we, hopefully have enough evidence to clear his, at least make him not look as bad as he looks right now. Maybe not clear his name, but
I'm still trying to figure out like exactly what we wanted to say, because like we have like evidence and we have testimonies, but we have all the pieces, or at least most of them, but we don't have like the border holding the pieces together, I guess. So what we need to do is figure out. Oh yeah, what's up?
Igor kind of holds up his hand. I have a suggestion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
How about we look at this from the perspective of the townsfolk? Maybe that'll help us drum up our counter arguments.
All right. Why don't you play a townsfolk person?
Sure. Igor kind of sits up in his chair, stretches his back, and looks over at you both.
Context stretches massive recog.
That is insane, actually.
Why has it got to be out of context?
Because I'm not saying that in character.
Are you sure?
Igor turns around to you guys. Come to the table. You need to be over here.
Can I bring my chili?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why you can't.
Wait, can I get seconds?
In perfect English, sure.
Sure. Can I get seconds, Toby?
Toby is absolutely in the kitchen still.
God damn it. Is there
We'll have to wait.
access to the chili?
Always just looking at the.
You're welcome to go check out if he's back
Check
there.
him out.
Go check him out for the chili, bro.
Nah, you know what?
Hey,
It's
shit.
important. What's happening?
We're trying to discuss our approach to defending Sean, I guess.
Alright, what do we
I'm-
have for?
Now, it was my idea that we talk about it if I was to pretend to be townsfolk, and then you will be yourselves. Maybe that will help you drum up some ideas about what to say.
Alright, what is your initial reaction to John, or to Sean being, tried for murder? Or, yes.
Werewolf.
It's a great. That is a great start. So, I am just townsfolk, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I've seen family, friends, neighbors, and even the Red Brand, as bad as they were, get torn to shreds by big furry monster.
Okay.
Horrifying event, lots of blood. Come to find out, it was our local blacksmith, Sean. That just hits me in the heart, you know?
Mhm.
He murdered my friends, he murdered maybe some of my family. He's a dangerous man. And I want justice for that. I want him. Why shouldn't he? What do you say to that?
We just start agreeing with him like halfway throughout. We go to hang
Like-
Sean.
Oh, you just go into it like
We're here for the
You're kinda right.
Yeah,
He's kind of spit.
it's got
kind
to
of spin.
I mean,
We don't owe Sean anything.
it's
You
probably,
absolutely don't. You could just leave this to the hands of
Fuck.
whatever they're doing.
I mean, we can just present our case, and it's kind of just up in the air. It's kind of hard to, from a townsfolk perspective, it's kind of hard to see the good side of it when the bad was horrifyingly bad. Sean is the blacksmith of the town.
Hey, but he
Sure.
used maybe that he got rid of the entirety of the Red Brand.
I mean, that's
very
one
true.
thing.
It is true.
One thing. That is a good that happened.
But at the expense of terrible, horrible carnage.
Yeah.
How many people died, William? Was it like 47 or something?
It was like 60 something, if I remember correctly.
The point is, it's tens, 45, 60. It doesn't matter.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. This town is now that much smaller because of what he's did.
It's true.
Oh, it said 15 townspeople died from the werewolf attack, and the rest were Red Band. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it was like 40. Scratch my mind again, Liu. Did we? We didn't cure Sean of his werewolfism.
We didn't.
No. Okay. We have the items that might cure it if we dispel them. That could be also another talking point. It's like, yeah, these are the items that kind of made it happen. He was cursed. It kind of wasn't his fault. And we could also dispel the items, which inherently may, you know, cure him. But it's like maybe it's not 100%, so it's not a great talking point, but something.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something.
But besides that, I mean, it's kind of, it's honestly, it's almost like 50-50. It's like he did kill a lot of people and commit horrifying acts that would warrant, you know, a hanging. On the other side, it wasn't really him doing it, and he wasn't necessarily in control of himself. So it's kind of hard to argue back and forth, which is the greater
Ooh,
good.
that's a good point, actually. He brought up the fact that he was cursed, right? So why not did these cursed objects turn him into the werewolf? Was he himself when he committed these acts?
It's very true. From what we found out, I don't think he. I don't know.
Based on what he said, he didn't even know he was a werewolf
Yeah.
until he woke up and he was like around that pole.
Hmm. Maybe
Yeah.
you could use that.
Good.
Let's see. All right. It's not really that much to go off of, but what did we trying to get out of this? Does he walk? Does he do work? Is he exiled?
I would say he should at least stay in the town. They need a blacksmith. I don't know if anyone in the town can blacksmith, you know, do it as good as
No.
he can. So it's not like he can just be replaced. Maybe he just does work for free. I don't know. It's kind of hard to really say what his punishment would
There
be.
needs to be like some, I don't know, work plan that he can do for the town or something.
Yeah, that could be an afterthought. I'd say when it comes up, maybe we can drum up a plan, because the people who live here also, you know, are part of the town. Maybe they have uses for such skills. Maybe, you know, he destroys something of theirs and he can remake it in some way. You know, it's kind of like I'd say that might be an open topic for
Make him our slave.
everyone. I don't
mean-
think that.
Mm,
I don't know about
I
that
didn't
one.
Say that. I didn't say that.
You did.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You want to retcon that? They didn't say it.
No,
I honestly, no. I.
No, you
I
okay?
don't
Okay,
know
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I literally heard you say that.
That's crazy. Anyway, like, yeah, indentured servitude. Yeah, that's totally not like a bad idea, and you know,
That's
totally doesn't
slavery.
take away his human rights. You know, just, you know, it's a good.
Could
idea.
be slavery.
It's a good idea.
And that's
I mean, if you want to drag him around all the time and worry about him being in the moonlight all the time, that's
Well, you say that, and then it just makes it sound like we should just probably kill him.
why don't we? Now that I think about it, why the fuck are we sticking up for this guy anyway?
Maybe.
Let's go and gut him ourselves. Shit.
I mean, whoa, it's for the greater good. I'm not saying what he did was a good thing, but I'm pretty sure everyone deserves their right in the spotlight
How about you
of free.
help us come up with some reasons?
you want me to do what?
Come up with some reasons to defend.
Igor, do you care if he lives or
Igor
dies?
doesn't care if he dies at all.
Hold
He
on.
said
I
it the
didn't.
first- Go on.
No. So, I'm impartial in the sense that I just don't care. I don't entirely not care, you know?
You're a centrist.
I am beyond your politics.
That's political. That's crazy.
Back to Sean.
This is, this is about the idea of ethics. We need.
He is innocent, man.
unwillingly killed all these people.
He did. And if you want to abandon him, I can see why. Not much we can do for him. The odds aren't entirely in our favor. There's still lots of things to do. We could go on with our lives. I could go back to bed, actually. But, if you're talking about you want to save him, why should we save him? He's a man that needs our help. He's a lot more involved with our lives at this moment in time.
Yes.
I kind of feel that it's our responsibility, no matter how we feel about it, to do something.
Yeah.
We've brought them this far. Why not try to bring him back home?
We already said we'd help him anyway, so I'm not going back on that.
Yeah,
Whatever happens, just don't take it personal.
he
Okay.
he at least deserves a fair trial.
So, what happens if the trial fails? Should we make a backup plan, or should we just let him fall to his fate?
I mean,
Let him fall
it's-
to his fate. The
it's
people
not-
need to feel that there's a sense of something working here.
Yeah, we're not really. I'll say at least I'm not in charge of this man or anyone here. Or
What happens
here.
to him is beyond us.
Yeah, what happens to him is
Yeah.
beyond us. We're just here to make a case for him, not to save him. If that makes sense. This kind of sounds a little shitty. I don't know if it does to you guys a little bit to me, but in the sense of, we're not here to try and keep him alive. It's just we're just trying to help him. It really just is what it is at the end of the day. We'll go as far as we can, but I'm not going to stick my neck out and kill a bunch of people or get some unnecessary things happen just because a person that did some horrible things is going to die for those horrible things, right? It is what it is. No.
Okay, now that we've are done stroking ourselves, what are the merits of killing him?
Huh?
We don't really get anything out of killing him. We don't get anything out of killing him. And the best we can get out of saving him is Gariel thinking a little higher of us and Sean being like, oh yeah, thanks, and we saved your life, I guess.
Igor slowly nods. And that
I don't
is
really
what it's
see a
all about.
downside. But yeah,
Well, I'm willing to do what needs to be done. If you have a plan to go with him, I will help you out. If you don't want nothing to do with him and you want to do something else, I will help you out too.
go find that basilisk, bro.
The what?
The basilisk. When we came here, there's talk of a basilisk. I think I have the
Oh.
newspaper for that. I do. It's from 2 weeks ago.
Any
Yeah.
idea where it is?
The local news wanted help with any interested parties dealing with a basilisk that's been roaming the swamps at the far edge of Neverwinter Wood by Thunder Tree.
You want to use Sean to fight the basilisk? What-
No, I don't think Sean would want to fight that.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, I mean, you got a point, I guess, but I don't know if you'd win.
I mean, we could say
I mean, I-
that his trial of death would be to overcome the basilisk.
Trial by fire? Well, that sounds fun, interesting. I don't.
He has a chance of life, right?
When's the next full moon?
And if he makes it,
Should be next month.
he gets a month to live then.
Right, it's a month to fix it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the ultimate. It's not like ultimate,
We
but
say
still.
we say that trial by fire, if he's guilty, right? We'll make that case, right?
I mean,
Okay.
that could work. Trial by fire. If he loses, he has to fight the basilisk to prove what? What if he like if he
Like
lives
you
it?
guys
What?
servitude, like you guys
Right.
wanted.
So that's our contingency plan if people want him hanged anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't know if they take it though. But
So I'm still fighting for him to live.
I mean, yeah, but
Still
you know,
that,
you gotta
but,
make backup plans. You know,
It's true. It's true. Yeah, yeah.
Gotta be ready.
you gotta
see what you're coming
hope
from.
everything works out as much as you can.
Oh,
I
not
think
everything.
we're as ready as we can be.
Yeah, I think we are.
We are.
Okay.
Do you want to let Gariel in on this since she kind of knows him a decent amount?
Ariel.
Sounds like a good idea. If this is her last moment to see her friend, she should know.
Alec,
You mean like help us defend him, or just be there?
let her know what our thoughts are and what things
Well, I
we
mean,
present.
she knows we're trying to help him anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we just talked about a bunch of stuff that she may want to know about. I don't know.
I'm kind of with you on this.
I guess it's true.
Hey, if
We
it
don't
works
have to
out,
worry
we'll tell
her.
her later.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If it doesn't work out, we just told her we did the best that we could. And well, obviously, she's friends with him, so she's gonna be there anyway. So she'll know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get ready.
Okay.
When I come back down, I guess then we'll be ready to go.
All right. We'll wait for you then.
Igor scoots off his chair and then walks upstairs to his room.
Okay. So we have the necromancer. And he showed what were the drawings that Jerry drew again? I forgot to write them down. Or I did write them down, but I can't remember.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Gotcha. The drawing that it was more than one. He gave you a series of sketches that like depict some sort of ritual sacrifice by a group of hooded men from the perspective of one of the sacrifices. I don't know how you say that.
Sacrifices.
Most importantly, the dagger was prominent. They were using it.
Okay.
How's Jerry?
I was asking.
Jerry, how are you?
The tall skeleton stares silently at the fireplace.
Is he okay?
That one. He likes the fireplace.
Oh yeah, he's fine. It's just not really.
Not really.
He doesn't have much to really communicate, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, he should take up sign language. Do we have common sign language?
Does anyone know common sign language?
We could
Fuck
ask.
no.
I mean, I look at Jerry and I just sign him hello.
Jerry's cold, dead-eye stare back at you, and he signs hello back.
Oh, he knows a little sign language. I only know how to say hello and goodbye, so I'm not at all gonna try and talk to him in sign language. All I know is hello and goodball.
Maybe Gary knows, but we have more
Maybe.
pressing matters.
I just had a little wave at Jerry. It's like, maybe. I mean, I could learn a bit more sign language. I just don't know from who. No one really looks like they know sign language here. Then again, never judge a book by its cover. A lot of people know a lot of things.
You never know who we might meet on that open road.
Hell yeah.
It's true.
At that moment, Igor has finally returned.
Can't wait to meet a
He is
random-
dressed up in a bundled long coat. At his hip is a sword.
What kind of sword?
Specifically, let me find the name of it. I forgot what it's called. There it is, yeah. So, it's a falchion. So basically, think of it as like a normal sword, but like it curves upward at the end of it.
Yo, is it a rune scimitar?
Scimitar is a lot more curved.
Yeah, falchion's just the same. But
Find a picture of one.
is he trying to trim it? If he gives it to me, I can trim it for cheap.
I can trim it. Shut up.
I got by that back in the day. Okay, I understand the history, and I was sad.
Here, I'll put the sticker in. It looks something like this.
Ah, okay.
He's kind of like playing with the straps and adjusting it. All right, I'm ready.
Alright.
Magnificent sword.
I'll walk over to Koss and Jerry. You guys ready?
Are you sure it's a good idea that we should be out?
No, what do you mean?
Town folks don't necessarily take too kindly to practitioners of the dark arts.
Well, I mean, we're defending a man who killed like 48 people anyway, so I doubt they'd have any severe.
Just try not to bring it up that you are a practitioner of the Dark Lords.
Yeah, you're right.
But we might need it.
Let's see. Okay, I got an idea.
Probably
We'll just-
Jerry in here though.
He's kind of used to stay within my general vicinity.
Okay.
We'll just put the robe back up on him. Does anyone have any like face coverings?
No. Does anyone have extra clothing? We can pat him up. Try to simulate.
I think I have some cloaks. Hold on. I have to look at my bag.
No, he just said he just needs a face covering. The rest is fine.
Oh,
I pull out a scarlet cloak. Let's work. You just like cut a hole in it. I'm not gonna use it.
Thank you. Kosh takes the cloak from you, pokes out some eye holes, wraps it around Jerry's face like a face bandana.
Ah,
There
see,
we
it looks
go.
great.
Looking a little spiffy. Jerry just
Look-
kind of stands there unreactive.
There we go.
I say, like, yeah, Jerry looks great now. Now he looks like he's a bit fashionable. He knows what's going on.
From the Middle East.
Might be from the Middle East. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, he looks a little eccentric, you know, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Igor then puts on his helmet. All right, I'm ready. Again.
All right, head out.
That's like
Man the
welcome to-
store, Toby. We're fucking out of here.
We'll be back, Toby.
We got
Hopefully
nothing
Sean's
else to
not-
do. All right.
Not dead.
Unless you're coming to the trial.
So, yeah, unless you're coming with.
Nope, I'm gonna make y'all some lunch or dinner, whenever the hell you guys are done.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Toby.
God.
What was that sound?
If you hold something and then press right click when you're holding left click, it'll put it on the ground.
Oh, I see.
Ah!
Oh,
They're just rushing.
Ah!
Oh, if you right click, it picks up extra stuff too. It just picked up regular. Yeah.
great. Trying to throw people around now. Okay.
So we're walking in, right?
Yes, I assume so.
Alright, William, describe the scene to me.
What you mean? If my game would... There we go. Actually, I'll guide you after this refill of iced tea. Hold on.
Let's go, iced tea.
Listen to this.
Yes. What was that, the Pepsi opening?
Yeah, that's the Pepsi. Spicy. And room temperature.
Oh, yeah.
Town of Fandolin is mostly quiet once you approach the town hall. The closer you get to the doors, you can hear the bickering and the talking of crowd inside almost. And then when you open the heavy wooden doors, they swing quite loudly. And they hit the wall, the loud thud. The crowd on both sides of the room turn around and instantly just kind of look at everyone at the entranceway. Not a word is uttered, except for the passing of glances and the exchange of whispers. Far down the hall, a little to the right, you can see Sean. He sits on a wooden chair. Looking at you over his shoulder, he is chained up and in his common clothes. His eyes twitch every now and then, and he looks back at you with a bit of fear and hope. Standing next to him is just a tall man with white hair and a little bit of a bald spot and a heavy brown cloak. He has his hand on Sean's shoulder and he's looking at you when you open the door. At the very end of the hall, you see the town master. He stands, putting his hands up in the air. Greetings! We were just waiting for you.
Well, we're here. Hello.
This fits perfectly.
What?
The fucking Ace Attorney music.
Yes, sir. All right, then, if you could just take your seats, I think we could get this trial started.
Wait, the judge is the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's no. All right. Who's the dude next to Sean again?
He has not been introduced.
Oh, okay. It's just some guy. Why he's next to Sean? I don't know. Who is this? Next to Sean here. I don't think we've met.
We have not. He extends a very long and like skinny hand.
Ugh. I guess I'll shake it.
It's a surprising amount of strength in between like the old bones. He shakes your hand firmly. I'm Mr. Tilly, Sean's father.
Oh, what the fuck? You don't live here.
I don't. I travel when I heard the news. I came here to
Oh.
represent my son in this case.
Okay.
Don't worry. He kind of like waves his hand. I'm not a professional. I'm just simply representing the people.
Okay.
No one else will speak for him. I hope you understand.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why we're here.
So yeah, we
It's why there's trials here in the first place, actually.
they were gonna kind of kill
They're
him.
just gonna hang him.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure he had a trial, at least a fair trial.
I appreciate it. And I wish I was standing where you were. But he had no one else here, so I came as quick as I could.
There's no
Good to have
problem.
you here. Do you need a preparation?
No, I've just been briefed by the mayor about what's been going on for the most part. I understand it's going to be not that involved or complicated. But we'll see.
Have you heard of the circumstances of Sean and how it came to be?
Mr. Tilly kind of looks down the floor solemnly and then he looks back up. I did, yes. I understand my son is at the fate of dark matters. He is now a werewolf. Yes.
Yes.
You would be correct.
No, I shouldn't say that. He swallows. I am as ready as any man, any father could be to help his son to timely justice.
Okay.
Thought
Mr. Wester kind of like bangs the table. Are we ready to get started?
I believe we are, yeah.
yes, sir.
All right. If the prosecution could please take their seats and the defendants as well. Everyone, please be seated. And there's a loud chorus of the shuffling of feet and townsfolk sitting at their respective benches.
Who's the prosecutor?
I don't think there is a prosecutor.
In the traditional sense, it would be unfortunately Mr. Tilly.
Oh, you're fighting against him.
Yes, it's quite awkward. Sean wanted to sit with his father. But Sean's father represents the people. He's simply just reading their matters.
Alright.
Which reminds me, Mr. Tilly, not you, other Mr. Tilly, if you please join your defense counsel. Sean scoots out of his chair and slumps over, and then kind of like sits next to you in another provided chair. Hey guys, what's up?
Don't worry, Sean. We'll do our best.
Good morning. Thank you. I must say I'm equally excited and terrified. So
I'm surprised you're excited at all. I would
I
be
never.
shitting in my britches right now if I were you.
I would too. Admittedly, I did a little bit, but there's just something about life when you're faced with death that just makes everything seem different.
Okay. Let's see. All right. I guess we're. Wait. What are you guys doing all back there? Get over here.
There's another room for all of us.
I guess I'll
You can,
stand.
I mean, you can stand in the middle like it's a wedding.
All right. Yeah. That's cool. Everyone just starts crying around Sean's table.
There we go. Hey, whoa, yeah, hey, yo, cause, come on now. Well, I guess you can stay back there if you want. You're fine. But
If we are ready to begin, I will read off today's proceedings. Today is the case of the people of Fandolin versus Sean.
Mhm.
Sean is on trial at the moment for the killing of 10 people, villagers included, members of the Red Brand himself. Our town's members want justice, and today's trial is all about that, justice. What happens to this man and the punishment that precedes his fate will be decided in the matter of a few moments. Oh. Prosecution, if you could please read the people's statement. Sean's father stands and pulls out a small scroll. He swallows. Sean is on trial for the killing of tens of people. This trial will prove Sean Tilley of Fandolin is responsible for the murder of our citizens and the Red Brand gang, and that he is a threat to the people of Fandolin, a threat who must be dealt with quickly and permanently. He kind of nods and just sits.
Okay.
Defense, do you have a prepared statement for Mr. Sean here?
Prepared statement. Not exactly prepared statement, but we're prepared to fight to prove that Sean wasn't exactly at fault. His person was not at fault for these murders.
Right, I will take it. And how does the defense plead?
How do we defense plead? All right. Got a couple things here. I'd like to call forward our friend we met a few hours ago. His name's Cost. We'd like him to come forward and answer some questions for us.
Absolutely. Because please approach this to the bench and answer the questions. Cost kind of shimmies out of the corner here, awkwardly walks up. There is no desk for him, so he kind of just stands in the corner over here.
Alright.
It's kind of like rubbing his hands.
Okay. We would like to show this item we found of extreme... well, an item that harbors extreme potential for danger. And there's not much we can personally attest to, but our friend here can say that this dagger has been through a lot, and it is responsible for what turned Sean into what killed all these people and the Red Brand.
I kind of like open up the chest and show the dagger to everybody while, still in the chest.
Once you open the chest and show the dagger towards the people and towards the prosecution and Mr. Harbour, the crowd sort of like leans in to get a better look, almost like clamoring over each other. And they begin to whisper among themselves. All right,
Okay.
prosecution. Do you have any questions? Kind of looks back at the crowd behind him, Sean's father. Looks forward again. I don't. I think it's a little self-explanatory, except I'm asking on behalf of the people of Fandolin, how would we be able to trust your word on this? Do you speak to the extent of its effects? How do we know that is a cursed object?
Alright.
Or the unfamiliar?
Good question. We are all affiliated, or we're all familiar with what's out of context? What's Gariel's position? She is the cleric here.
She is a priestess.
Okay. All right, back in context. All right. Everyone's familiar with our town priest is Gariel, correct? Can we all
Mhm.
say that we trust her word, if not our like us as adventurers who you probably haven't known for more than 2 weeks now?
Everyone sort of looks at each other, and they all just a unanimous nod. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. I'm going to have Ben here set this down. We're gonna back away from it just so there's no like interference, even if we had like any potential ability to give off any readings or signs. But Gariel, can you please examine that and tell us the I don't know, just the aura that comes off of it.
The nature of the.
What is the pure nature of this dagger?
Yes, of course.
I'll set the box down on the on the table in front of me, and I will shuffle out of the way so she can have the spotlight.
Gariel sort of folds back the sleeve, and slowly her hand reaches inside the box and brings out the dagger, presenting it. She holds it in both hands, staring at it intently, and closes her eyes. And they fly open. She holds up the knife. I sense a great evil radiating from this dagger, as if an atrocity was committed from it. And she like drops it a little dramatically. It is indeed cursed. Literally a bunch of and the crowd begins to whisper amongst themselves.
Okay. And not to be, I guess, or I guess if I was to be like less subtle about it, the people that were attacked that night, I don't know how many of you all saw it, but the bodies that were around town that were found were, I can confidently say that none of them were made by such a weapon rather than like a creature itself. And that being considered, the dagger had to have had to do with this beforehand rather than being the actual act of killing townspeople. So there's had to be some kind of cursed like element to this knife that that went forward into creating what came over Sean. And if I could, there's no simple way to go about this. After what I say now, if you want us to leave town immediately, I can't do anything but agree, and we will quietly make our way out. But cause, if you don't mind telling the people what your profession is.
A necromancer. An even larger wave of gasps, like, and like everyone begins pointing fingers. He's a what? What is he doing here?
Well, wait. No,
This is madness. Why would you bring him here? Maybe he brought this knife. Was it you? Was this your doing?
Mayor, can we get some order in this?
Absolute order, order! The mayor begins to pound his desk with both hands, and the crowd calms down.
Okay. If I can, this may be a little unorthodox, but if I can call on like any random person, if anyone wants to say anything, what the first thing that comes to mind about a necromancer, someone from the crowd.
Takes a little bit, but you see a gloved hand shoot up.
Mm-hmm.
The hand lowers and he stands, and dressed in blue mail is the old man that you saved from the night of the werewolf.
Oh shit. All right.
He slowly stands.
I forget your name, but yes, go ahead.
It's alright. My name is Darren Edenmarth.
Darren Edenmarth.
I can, on the behalf of the people, of course, attest to Gario's understanding of the dark arts and her ability to detect it. If your man Cost is as trustworthy as he said, I would like to expect the knife myself. Maybe it would satisfy the inquiry of my peers.
Okay. To avoid. See, we did think of that actually. We were deciding which person would actually take the dagger in hand, and we probably should have had Jerry come up with cost, but it's whatever. That's where our necromancer comes in play. So he can, as you all know, I'm gonna like do air quotes. He's with the dark arts, but he can create not effigies, but like living beings per se. And we thought the use of that living being would be much safer than having me or any of my party members or any of you townspeople. And granted, you can't exactly take a random person's word on it, but I have these. Oh, actually, Cons, can you bring Jerry up to next to you, please?
The swift motion of his fingers, Jerry, like the Terminator, rises from his seat and just marches down the hallway. He stands next to Cost.
Okay, this here is that said living being, and I'm gonna pull out my notebook and show him on the. Like, feel free to pass it around. This is what we got. This is what the being got from. I guess to avoid having to say living being each time. This is Jerry, everyone. But
Hi Jerry. Hi Jerry. Hi Jerry.
everyone, it's like an AA meeting.
Yep.
We just all right. I'm gonna pass this around. Everyone, take a look at it. Feel free to look at the pages beforehand too. Those are my drawings, and you can clearly see the difference between my drawings and what Jerry drew, which is the most recent four. I believe there are four images. And we can, if anyone from the crowd wants to name something once they're done finishing that, passing that around, we can have Jerry draw it, and if it matches the four images, then it's pretty simple to assume that that's what came from the dagger that he drew it from memory.
There's a wave of murmurs and nods, and the book is passed from person to person. And eventually, it lands in the hands of Darren.
Mm-hmm.
And you carefully look through the pages, back and forth, then seeing the images that Jerry drew. He looks over at Mr. Tilly. Mr. Tilly then clears his throat. It's all well and good, but I do believe that it's appropriate and reasonable that our own counsel make his own inquiries here.
All right.
And should his judgment be sound to what you have presented, we shall see.
All right.
And then Darren kind of holds his hand out. The knife, please, sir.
All right.
Fair enough.
All I can say is,
it's gonna test your will.
it will be the toughest thing you have ever had to overcome in your entire life. And I am not great. Yes, I am about 23, and I'm not like really wise myself, but I can confidently say that it will test you. If you want to come forward and do it right here in the middle.
Say I
course. Darren makes his way up, and then
I'll take the knife from Gariel and put it in the box and put the box towards him and just say,
Pause. Do you want to have Jerry on standby to get out of his hands just in case?
Cost nods. Jerry approaches as well.
it's kind of like I give the guy who walked up, I give Darren a nod and go, after you.
Darren kind of nods to you, and then before he takes the dagger, he kind of like eyes Jerry with an intense stare.
Oh, he's fine.
He
Everyone looks
will
back
not attempt anything, I assure you.
I believe you. He takes a deep breath, and Mr. Tilly describes as such. For those of you who do not know the background of Mr. Eden Marth, he has had years of experience in adventuring. I imagine his judgment will be sound, critical, and informative. Mr. Eden Marth, take it away. Darren then reaches out slowly. It takes not just the touch of the palm to set him off completely. You see his eyes kind of roll back into his head, and he like fiercely grips the dagger, and he begins to mutter and like kind of step back and stagger into place, holding the knife at his side.
Okay.
I put my
His
hand
head-
behind him, make sure he doesn't fall.
His head twitches back and forth a bit, and he collapses onto his knees, still holding the dagger, beginning to groan and scream a bit in agony.
I just kind of look at him and say,
Everyone convinced now so far that this dagger actually has something here in it.
You're met with a sea of shocked faces, hands covering mouths, hands covering eyes. No one is able to look away if they can, and the ones that do stare in absolute abject horror
All right.
what they are
I think
witnessing.
everyone's seen enough. Cost.
Cost nods quickly, and then Jerry promptly pries the knife out of Darren's hands, and Darren comes to.
I
All right, Darren. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
put the chest in front of Jerry and kind of like look at look at Koss and nod to him.
Jerry puts the knife back into the box.
All right,
Darren gets up, kind of brushes himself off. May I see the book?
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Quickly looking over the images. He nods, holding the book towards the crowd. This is indeed what I saw too.
Okay.
Albeit a little different, but it's cursed. The dagger is cursed. There's a bunch of
Okay. Now that we have this concrete truth that this dagger has something cursed about it, has anyone, besides maybe not, probably not even Gariel, but has anyone listened to Sean's story at all, or his side of it?
It's a bunch of like everyone kind of looks back at each other and then shakes their head. We were kind of too busy, honestly, just tying him up and telling him to shut up.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Sean, do you want to tell everyone how you came about finding this dagger?
John nods. All right, Mr. Cost, you are excused for the moment. Mr. Sean, please come to the front. Sean kind of makes his way over. Mr. Tilly looks at Sean. Would you please explain the circumstances of this knife means to you? What does it have to do with what's going on here? Sean nods. He's a little sweaty. He's a little nervous. But then Sean carefully, shakily recounts the story that he did tell you of the old woman that he picked up on the side of the road and helped, of the dagger that she gifted him, of the key, and of course, his slow transformation and his sudden start into a very strange chapter of his life, in chains at the mercy of his neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tilly rubs his chin and then looks over at you. And this woman he speaks of, any idea where she is? Could you procure her by chance?
That much we can't say. I'm gonna look around, see how many people in this town have gray hair. Besides,
Perception for me.
gotcha. Over here. Fuck that shit. Where the fuck is my perception? Oh, I got it. 20, not that.
You slowly scan the crowd. Either look away from you or they look back at you a little nervously. You do see a few folks with gray hair, but none matching the description that Sean gave you.
Okay. Clearly, no one from this town has given off that same description that Sean's given in his story. We did venture to the neighboring town, and someone living there had told us that the old woman had been venturing over the hill, like beyond the hill. I think it was north of town of Fanelin, but obviously I can't, as a like the defense, I can't use my own word as like this solid proof. But if anyone else saw that night of the massacre, then please speak up while I'm talking, but or raise your hand. But when the werewolf was actually in town, it was at the, what is it called, the Stone Giants Inn? Stonehill Inn. Okay, at the Sleeping Giant out in the front. I had me and my party had managed to make our way to the Red Brand Manor, and on my way up there, I saw the werewolf, Sean, making his way out of his way from attacking, like, people to go and meet with this other much larger werewolf with the gray hair, and it was about 12 feet tall as to Sean's 8 or 9 feet, and Sean seemed very obedient and submissive to the larger werewolf. And based on the information we got from the person in the other town, they said that if you remain a werewolf for long enough, you can change in and out of your forms. Obviously, like at will, and you maintain consciousness and memory. And obviously Sean didn't have that when he changed back into a human. He has no idea what happened. But so this had been recent that happened to Sean, as well as the woman when he was meeting with the woman that in her large werewolf form, she changed twice into an old woman to a werewolf, and from a werewolf back into an old woman. And she fled out of town over the hills. That's the most I can say. It was near the town square. I can't say as to if anyone else saw that. It was definitely a hectic night, but let's see. What I'm trying to get at is that Sean was not mentally stable while he was okay. Let me just scratch that completely. This thing that killed your family members and the Red Brand was not Sean. It was merely using his body to become the werewolf, and then the werewolf was the one that made the murders. Yes, you can argue as to that being Sean, but if it's Sean unwillingly transforming into this monster and killing people not of his own free will and having no memory afterwards, then you can't exactly argue as to the validity of it being Sean's fault. That's all I have to say right now.
There's a small murmuring in the tone of agreement. Everyone looks back at Sean, and then back at you, and then back towards the mayor, and the mayor clears his throat. Well, I think we should take a little bit of a recess
All
and
right.
assess our rulings, and then we will assess charges and punishments.
All right.
Let's take 15.
Like 15.
And smacks the table again. And the crowd's bickering begins to resume in a loud chorus once more, as everyone hastily discusses the new findings of the case.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I think that went pretty
Sean
well.
waddles back over to you guys and sits down in the chair. I think this is going well. I don't want to jinx anything.
I think it's going pretty well too, considering that they were bloodlusting
What?
on hanging you immediately.
I can understand that, but this town's a little bit forgiving, and I think you've seen the
All right, now.
efforts of that.
A little
Full
bit.
friend first.
I
Just give them some
yeah,
time, give them
definitely.
some reason. They hopefully they agree that what they initially thought is a little too hasty. Cross my fingers if I could.
There's definitely a heated moment that, and of course, like I'd be furious if someone had done something to one of my family members too. But it's a really hard thing a really hard choice they have to make.
Yeah, it's not a very easy choice, but it's going well.
But it is definitely going a lot better than it could be.
Igor kind of scoots past you guys to grab the barrel, and he kind of sits on it.
What do you think, Igor? How do you think that went?
Igor kind of rubs his chin and then takes off his helmet to smooth back his hair before he puts it back on. Honestly, not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rain check. Okay,
It's alright. Yeah.
Just comes in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rank check the $5,000 you gave me. Next year, perhaps.
Personally, I think it went well. I mean, you've seen the faces of everybody here. Clearly, there's some changed minds.
I think so too.
Now we just hope that the mayor or whoever he has, maybe the jury, I don't know. Maybe they see that new information has come to light and they agree with us.
I think there's definitely a lot higher percentage chance that Sean will make it out alive.
Absolutely. I mean, going into this, we kind of assumed it would be more like a 50-50 kind of thing, but
Uh-huh.
look at you. Look at you go.
I know,
What do you
right?
think? Ugesh, what do you think?
I
Our
think he did
chances
a
of...
good job. Better than probably one more person in here.
Who's that?
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Who, me?
No.
Oh, you did a great job.
I think he's talking about Glassstaff.
I think he's talking about glass.
In his case, he would have been shit. But
I imagine at this moment, everyone kind of like turns around and look at him briefly, and then look away.
yeah. Glass F is it's definitely a different problem we have to take care of. Honestly, at this point, if he comes back in our story, then and wants revenge, then I mean we'll clap him then too. But you know what? I'll head over there right now. You know what, Glassstaff? I've made no actual arguments or talks with my party mates, but I think you can go. You're no longer.
Really?
Yeah.
I can just leave.
Yeah, you're fine.
Just know,
Kinda like
unless you commit
step-
crimes, I am skinning you alive.
He rubs the back of his neck nervously. Inching towards the door. You're serious? No, this is like not a joke.
Well, I mean, no, of course not. You feel free to run if you like, but you can walk out of here just as fine as you would be if you ran. So have fun.
Carlioso in the watchtower, arrow drawn, ready for Glassstaff to leave the room. Shade,
Laser sight.
laser sight on his
Paid
chest.
with Bitcoin.
A Bitcoin assassin come to kill Glassstaff.
But yeah, no, yeah, you're free to go. I mean, like, obviously there was some reservations to keeping you alive or keeping you around, but I mean, if you decide to come and try to get revenge from us, I think we can take care of ourselves, but I don't think you will. So you can go live your life.
Oh yeah, I just gotta walk up to Glassstaff. Yeah, like, reach out a hand to shake his hand and just say, "Do whatever you want." You're not-
Glassstaff shakes your hand back in return. He smiles at you both warmly. Thank you. Honestly, a few times I thought you were gonna kill me.
He
Sure, we joked about it. Maybe Ugash meant it a few times.
Ugash
but-
maybe meant that, but you know,
I 100% meant it.
yeah, see, he meant it, but we joked about it. You are totally fine to do whatever you need to do. We no ill will towards anybody. You can go live your life if you really want to, under no one's supervision. Do whatever you want. Go. You can go into the mountains and be like I don't know, someone who lives off the grid of life. It's up to you. But good having you around. Hopefully you have a good life. Everything's
Glassstaff
always
kinda
watching
like-
out for you.
He folds his arms over each other. He nods at you. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. I guess I'll see you around.
See ya.
Deuces. Yeah, like
Glassstaff leaves.
I'll
One less burden to worry about, fellas, right?
I walk
All
back
right,
over.
Jerry.
But I thought you were gonna walk with me. I like walk over to you and just fucking walk up and dab you up. I hope he doesn't come back to kill us. It's gonna be really awkward.
I was just glad he left without throwing like a vat of acid on our faces or something.
I don't think he hated us. I think he just thought we were gonna kill him.
He probably harbors something against us at least, but I mean, he can't do anything by himself.
That is true.
If he wants to go grab some buddies and come back, then we'll take care of him. But
Hopefully, it doesn't endanger the town. That would be kind of shitty. I don't.
well, yeah, well, if he does that, he's gonna get killed.
Oh yeah, he knows that he's dead. But God, one less fucking person to look after. Kind of like with the back of my neck. It's a hard job looking over people.
Igor kind of walks up. Where did they go?
Oh, we let him out.
You let them go? I dressed
Yeah.
up for nothing? Oh my goodness.
Were you planning on killing Glassstaff alone?
I mean, you can still go do that, Igor. Igor. I'm not telling you. You can't.
You're not exactly like
Yeah, you're not.
in our party, so you're very welcome to go take care of him if you want. But
I like.
Igor looks back at both of you, like back and forth.
I have to
back
point out the window.
and
You
forth.
went that way. It's up to you. We're not. We don't control you. You are your own person. You make your own decisions.
He stares forward at the door, his thumb kind of like rubbing the hilt of his sword.
I just kind of look at him.
Excuse me, and he leaves.
he's going at.
I just kind of like watch him walk out, and I like kiss my raven pendant. No one's coming to you, lady. Have fun with that one.
You see Igor look back and forth, and then like look at the snow, and the door slowly swings closed.
Hold on, follow me.
No.
He stands up a
I'm
little
gonna
straight.
stop him. I'm gonna stop him before he goes all the way out.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you, Leo. I'm just gonna put my hand on
Where
chest.
did he go?
I'm gonna put my hand on chest. Let Igor do his thing. Though, as I see Leo walk like past me, I was like, though maybe Leo's gonna go stop him. I don't know. You know who will sort it out?
Follow me.
God will sort it out.
Shoot him dead and got him was sort of.
Are you gonna go stop him, Jake?
I'm just gonna tell him something. I'm just gonna
Okay.
follow the fresh footprints real quick.
I'm gonna follow too.
Is everyone following at this point?
I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna go back to Gary and just kind of look at her, like sighing to myself.
Gariel kind of like taps her wrist and then points at like the clock tower above us.
I just look up. Can I see the clock tower or anything?
You can't, but you can see like the bells like sort of swinging idly.
Boom.
Um,
So I look back in there going, I guess it's time. I got Liu and Gugash will probably be a second. And so will the other one. So I'm
Alright.
just kind of like sitting there like twiddling my thumbs like, yeesh.
The trail that Igor and Glassstaff left behind leads you back to the entrance of the town. Be down here? I forgot to ping.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
Uh,
fish.
Down here.
gotcha. Igor, fucking cocks.
You see Igor standing at the edge of town, and you can see Glassstaff kind of like running away, tripping over himself, looking back, and then running off down the trail. And Igor just stands on the road, hands on his hip.
You looking at me or you looking at Glassstaff?
He's watching Glassstaff.
Okay. Igor!
Igor turns around. Hello!
Before you do anything rash,
I'm gonna stop you right there. And he holds up a bloody, ungloved hand.
you already cut his arm off?
No, it's his own hand. He kind of dips it in the snow and he like washes it off.
Alright. How'd you get blood on there?
Looks back at Glassstaff running away, and he looks back at you. And shakes his head.
What'd you cut off?
I didn't cut off anything, but I know where the Wave Echo Cave is now. I asked him politely.
Alright, well, you guys I don't have anything to say. We're gonna head back because the trial's about to resume. If you wanna come with us.
Absolutely. I should have done more. Scum like him just don't get away like that.
Scum.
Yeah, scum.
Well, what makes you say that?
He did tell you who he works for, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why we had him. We forced him in our party, but for the time being, but yeah.
Black Spider is a man you who should have been dealt with long ago.
All right. Well, I can't say personally that I know like what he's done, so I don't have any of this previous knowledge on him. But if you think that Glassstaff truly deserves that, then that's something you can carry out. But you were also the person that fully convinced me that a man's life is more worth saving than taking away. So we're gonna head back to the trial to save another one. If you want to join us, then you're more than welcome to.
Absolutely. I'm sorry for the display of violence.
No problem. Happens.
You kind of just like stares down at the snow for a little bit.
Where am I?
Gonna walk up to him, pat his shoulder. Come on, let's go back.
He nods. You're right. You're right. You're right. I would hate for all of us to be late to celebrate Sean's untimely
right.
hanging, right?
Yeah. Alright, let's get back over there. Who the fuck is Glasscock still there? Bastard.
Did I miss it?
Miss what?
I'm sorry, yes, you didn't miss it.
Did.
Damn
What?
Igor pressed back on his
yeah,
glove.
he left already.
It's okay. I got a few punches in. I was able to find out where the cave was we're looking for. Or you're looking for, I guess.
it. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you went missing, you know. If we ever see him again, it's on sight. I'll save you a punch.
I guess so.
Alright, let's get back to this.
Did you guys make it back?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna like.
Glassstaff is officially gone.
Oh, did you guys kill him?
Fuck
No.
that.
No.
But I doubt he's coming back.
What'd you guys do
Sometimes.
to him?
Nothing? We didn't do anything. Looking at Igor.
I broke his nose.
Ooh, nice. He's definitely not coming back, but you may have made a villain out of him. You never know.
It's alright.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. If we come to it.
So
We can-
trust me. The
We
bridge
can
will
talk
probably
about
be crossed.
morality and personal stories later. Now, let's see what this man has to say. And just like on cue, the mayor kind of comes back up to his desk. All right. The jury has selected an appropriate punishment we find quite fitting for the trial.
Death by a wolf.
We have come to the agreement that Sean is innocent of his crimes.
Hey!
Thanks to in the light of circumstantial evidence, we did not see fit to punish him for something he obviously did not commit willingly. However-
Pat him on the back.
Yeah.
There is still the matter of his lycanthropy. I'm still.
Yeah.
Where is he? He's gone.
He's right here.
Okay. We will reconvene a week before the full moon to decide what to do with Sean in the event he is not cured or killed. For now, he is free to go. He's a free man.
Alright.
Oh, did you hear that? It just
Sean-
get a loot, Sean.
Sean kind of like stares out blankly. Tears begin to well up at the corner of his eyes, and he like puts his hands in his face. His father quickly runs over to hug him.
Kind of like nod to his father.
Mr. Chili
hopefully
looks
find
up at you, Ben, and nods back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. You saved my son's
problem.
life.
We'll hopefully find a way to cure him. In the meantime.
Come on, Sean. Let's go. Let's get you out of these chains. And
One thing we should probably keep track of though is, well, I mean, hey, if you get far enough, Sean, you can control the werewolf thing yourself if you don't fix it. There's always that.
You're right. Maybe I'll be of some use someday.
Yeah, you never know.
Be useful, Sean.
He holds a hand out. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
I grab
Shake
it
his
and-
hand.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand afterwards.
He nods to both of you after the first shake. And him and Mr. Tilly leave the town hall in the crowd that is also leaving at the same time.
I'll look to Gariel and I give a relief sigh. Oh man, we gotta find a way to cure him. Probably sooner than later.
It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, all we have to do is find a priest who's willing to lift the curse from him.
I'm wrong. And hey, someday, even you can do that.
You're right. Maybe we should keep him around as like some sort of weird pet until he like overcomes lycanthropy.
It's it's a little kinky, Gariel.
Like, she
Hey.
blushes and kind of like rubs her neck. I guess you're right.
So, yeah,
This
I mean, you
bitch
never know.
right here.
He could be he could control it and be a really, really valuable asset towards the town. I don't know. That would probably
If he
take a
could
while.
control
though.
it, he would be a really good asset.
So I
But
don't
that'll
really.
take years.
Yeah, I don't know how long it takes to master lycanthropy in the slightest.
Yeah.
But never know.
The mayor looks over at both of you and then your entire group. And he slowly gives you a courteous bow. As far as his fat legs can give him.
Mhm.
I give him a salute.
Nod to him.
I know it doesn't mean much, but thank you for showing this town that perhaps there is something good to come out of the situation.
Of course. And I mean, hey, I guess also the Red Brand have been completely defeated, so you don't have to worry about having these extra taxes and stuff. This bullying.
The town is free to make their own choices. Under your
He
command.
nods. I agree. We are resourceful people. I imagine that. We will find a way.
Of course. Everyone always finds a way.
Evening. And he leaves.
We fucking did it.
I can't believe an interesting way to befriend all of you. Definitely was not. Well, I mean, the whole kind of series of events that led us to this point. It just wasn't something I was expecting to be doing in the next month or so of my
It
life.
certainly is not normal. Well, I imagine not normal for your circumstances, but yeah.
There's a lot of things not normal for my circumstances. However, it's definitely something very abnormal. Though, we saved a somewhat innocent man's life.
Yeah, you did.
It worked out. Hey, Cause, come get over here. Come here. You're part of our group.
For your cost.
Come celebrate with us.
Costa kind of skips his way over with Jerry.
They're like arm in arm
Yeah,
skating.
pretty much. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, it's so good to be part of a group again.
Again, I don't think you told us about your last group.
Oh, well, my last group was a bunch of skeletons.
Oh, well.
Anything
Okay, I guess we did know your last group then.
I did punch one in the face, almost.
But this is a little bit different. Being part of like such a warm setting is just, he kind of like shakes his hands. Invigorating. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Glad to have you aboard.
Thank you,
Glad
thank
to
you.
have Glad staff the fuck out of here.
Oh no,
So
what
good.
happened to him?
We let him go.
Hmm.
He wasn't the most
he wasn't-
favorable person to be around.
Well, yeah, that and the fact that we didn't really use him for anything. He didn't offer any sound advice. He kept trying to talk about going to fight in this cave and how Sean should just die, pretty much. So, I mean, if he comes back, we'll take care of him. That's all I'm going to say.
I guess you kind of make your own bed in a sense, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Well, what happens now? I mean, I'm kind of hungry personally.
I was going to say, we go get some celebratory chili from fucking Toby's, because I know he's setting that up right now.
Oh, you're right. You did say he was making food for us. Oh yeah, everyone.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Celebrate chili, bro. Let's go.
I just fucking book it. Like, I'll leave you guys there.
I'm going to heave Ugash over my shoulder and carry him.
I'm a piggyback ride.
Hell yeah. Fucking go.
Just the da 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 da. Oh hey, you added a little bar. I didn't even notice.
I just picked it up and stole it. Anyways, when you swing open the doors back to the Stonehill Inn, Toby is already laying down plates over here at this bar. In both hands, he has steaming hot plates of chili, as well as cornbread and what appears to be some sort of diced meat. Turns around. Evening! I almost didn't hear you come in. I'm joking. I hear all of you. Fat fucks. What's going on?
What's up?
Oh come on,
Bugs?
come on. We're just here for the chili.
Rudy, you got me right.
We heard. You got me right.
Well,
Well, I
here's the
mean-
chili as promised.
Slob him up, cheap. Let's see it.
There's some good news. Sean's walking free.
Is he?
He is.
Well, congrats. He kind of makes a hand motion towards you. If I had a hat, I'd tip it to you.
You don't have a hat?
No, I don't.
Fuck are you wearing this on your head for then? Right here.
That's just his hair.
Cut.
bro.
His hair's in the shape of a hat. That's some One Piece activity.
No, that's Chocho right there.
That's some JoJo one. No, that's the thing, Cody. JoJo fans and One Piece fans are the same person.
I might like One Piece.
It's
I
the
don't
same
watch.
thing.
I don't have a hat, no. I really wish I did. I have, like... My skin isn't too, it doesn't mix well with sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
It burns real easy, you know?
I see.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I understand. I'm just gonna go take a
Well,
seat.
congrats. When y'all came in, I guess, be quite honest, I didn't quite believe that you could pull this off. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I imagine Sean is too.
He is
I just kind of shout.
definitely grateful.
I kind of like not really yell across him, but I kind of like raise my voice. The only problem with Sean is you have to cure him. Unfortunately, I mean that's up to it's up to him. I don't know if he wants to be cured. Maybe he can try and control the lycanthropy. I don't really know how that works, so I don't know if that's a good idea. But always go look around for a cure for him anyway. In the meantime. However, it's chili time. I said, however, it's chili time, and
It is chili time. Enjoy.
thank you.
Rejoice. Feast on the chili brothers.
Feast, my brother.
Igor joins you at the table, as well with Cost and Jerry. Toby even pulls up this table, extending it just a little bit. Yeah, forget it's kind of whatever.
That's what
And everyone's able to sit down, chowing down on delicious chili, meats, and breads.
Fucking go.
Let's go.
And Toby kind of does like a little one, counting to himself. Wait, where'd Glassstaff?
We told him to fuck off.
You let him go?
Yeah.
Surprising.
Fine, let him go.
Yeah.
He didn't really
Things
do
happen.
much.
What?
He didn't really do much. Then it's like babysitting. I didn't want to babysit another person, especially somebody who kind of didn't do anything.
Understandable. Well, to be honest, we didn't really treat him all that well.
I didn't.
We
I tried to
didn't.
treat him well. They didn't.
Do you think he was worthy of being treated well?
He's a person. Everyone's worthy to be treating to
Do you think
somewhat
he
standard.
was worth it? Do you think that the actions that he took, you know, made balance to us treating him right? It doesn't feel right to treat a criminal like that. Granted, we didn't kill him, so he got the best treatment ever. And I mean, like, we didn't torture the guy.
He
He's a
didn't
free
exactly
person. He-
get the best possible outcome of escaping, but I mean, he got out. He had
So
a
something
broken
did
nose.
happen,
Yeah,
huh? Ah, see, I knew it. I knew something happened. I knew both of you looked off.
but we didn't break his nose.
I figured it wasn't you, Liu. It might have been Ugash. I'll say
Ugash
50% of
didn't break his
Ugash
nose.
and 50%.
It's me.
You wanted to kill him.
And
If he wanted to kill him, don't you
I think-
think
well,
Ugash would have just killed him?
I look over at oh my god, what's not a con- but yeah, Igor. I need to remember that. Let me
Igor.
write that down real quick. Okay, Igor, you did that?
Igor silently chews on his chili, dipping the cornbread into it, scooping it up, slowly eating the cornbread, paying no mind to what you are saying until he realizes you're talking to him.
I
Looks around the table.
look at him.
Yeah. I beat his ass.
yeah.
Nice. Get any information out of him? Did you ask him anything, or you just kind of just walked up and beat the shit out of him for no reason?
And I now know where the Wave Echo Cave is.
Isn't that where fuck I'm like scratching my head. What's the black spider?
Yes.
Dude
You
he's always
mentioned
talking
it,
about?
that you were having trouble with the bugbears. I saw you let them go. I took opportunity to help out.
You know what? Thank you.
Edward nods, taking a swig of his water. He then reaches into his belt and pulls out a small knife, begins carving into the table. He told me 15 miles east, deep in the vales of the Sword Mountains. That is where we will find the cave. So if anyone has met or general idea, 15 miles east,
In the
it's one
Sword
place to
Mountains.
start.
Interesting. You know, I've read about the Storm Mountains. The Sword Mountains, excuse me. Place is going to be a little bit of a little hectic. Are you up for a journey, Igor? Come along on an adventure. Who knows?
You're kinda
you
like-
might,
Looks around. Are you asking me to join you? Join your party?
if you'd like. I mean, who knows? You may actually be able to finish what you started. Pointing, or like kind of like pointing towards outside, like glass staff might be there. Never know.
Would you like Igor to join your party?
Yes. Please join our party.
What say you, Gash?
Of course.
Igor kind of pauses for a moment, taking. Obviously, this is happening a lot quicker, maybe even slower in your time, but he takes careful consideration, looking at each and every one of you. Smile only growing just a little bit bigger under his beard, and he like wipes his eyes for a minute before chewing slowly on back on the chili. All right, I'll come with you. I will join you.
Yes. Welcome to the crew, Igor.
Igor,
Welcome, Igor.
here. We should have a list of everything. Yes, Igor Gurin is now part of your party.
Let's fucking go.
I suppose full name
Shoot.
is just Egor or Gour.
So Igor is spelling out his name for you. IGOR GURRIN. Gurin.
Gurin.
No. Gurin.
Giorin.
No, Gurin.
Giorin?
Gurin.
Giorin.
Your,
Gurin.
Giorin.
your,
Yes, it's quite amusing hearing it, but you're close. You're close.
We'll get there. At least
He stands on his chair. I, Igor Gurin, will formally join you and do my best to my own capabilities to help you out.
to help us out. What's your goal? What's your dream, Igor?
I want to go home.
You want to go home.
And
But I thought-
obviously, sorry, go ahead.
I thought you said your home was destroyed.
It was, yes. I
Mhm.
want to go home. I want to find out what happened to my family. I want to know they're safe.
Mhm.
And I want to know what I can do to rebuild it all.
Okay.
He sits down. Quick little history lesson. As northern dwarves are no danger to invaders, we help out those in need. And we're welcoming open arms strangers into our midst.
Alright. How do you spell Igor's last name again?
it's
GURRIN.
Oh, okay.
We're no strangers to being nomads, but he kind of shakes his head. The last attack, we lost our home. I just want to go home. I want to rebuild. I want to know my family and my clansmen, my country can rebuild, become the glory it used to be.
Okay.
We were taken advantage of. We were betrayed. I want to go home, and I want revenge.
Alright.
fair enough. Well, through our adventures, I hope we can return you home.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we can help out as much as we can.
You have
How old are
the-
you, Igor?
Me?
Yeah. I don't think I
I am-
ever asked.
No, you didn't. I am 147.
Okay.
Wow, you look good for 147.
Thank you. You don't typically live that long. Well, comparatively to us, but to you, I imagine it's a long time.
So that's pretty up there. I mean, the oldest person,
For us, it is, but
I say, yeah, the oldest
I'm just
Dragonborn
trying
I
to-
know is like 105 years old. That's like an
Yeah.
elder dragon. Well, actually, not really. Now that I think about it.
that's like archaic for me, but like taking in consideration of how long dwarves actually live, yeah. Let's say you're about what, like, if you were a human, you'd probably be about 47, 53-ish range.
If it helps, we're not exactly considered young till 50 years old, around that time. My father lived for about 400 years, and his father another 100. We're an old and ancient people. Very proud.
Alright.
And it is my pleasure to say that you have the best of House Hitler at your service.
That I can say with confidence.
I agree.
But yeah, that's just what I want to do. I want to go home. I want to rebuild. I want to see my family again.
Alright.
What do you want to do? What do all of you want to do? I feel like parents and group of children.
Yes. Yeah, sounds about right. Well, I plan to find if there is the possibility. Well, there is definitely a possibility of finding enlightenment, but if there is even a slightest chance of finding a enlightenment in music, then I'm gonna find it. That is what I
Enlightenment in
find it.
music?
Yeah.
How would that work?
Well, where I'm from, we have different mountainscapes that people live in, and each person, each town on each mountain has a different art form. Mine being music, and only a select few people can actually like achieve enlightenment. They can't really talk to like we as people can't really talk to them as much anymore because they're not around to talk to, but definitely happened. I choose to believe that it happened, and I choose to believe that I can find it, whatever it is.
I like that. You are on the journey of the spirit. You
Yeah.
remind me of my comrades in the House of Turnov.
Yurnov.
You know, it's Turnov. They were like a bunch of, how do you say it? He snapped his fingers. Scholars. They dedicated themselves to knowledge and understanding, the spiritualism.
Oh, okay. So, what happened to all the scholars? Are they still around?
You kind of tilt his head to the side and takes another bite of the cornbread and chili, chewing slowly. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure I want to talk about that yet.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. Don't you remember Benny was telling us that like his whole town was? Well, that's a different story. That's a story for some other time.
He shakes his head. Actually, I will tell.
Oh, all
It
right.
wasn't the town. He sets
Okay.
down the cornbread. Imagine this, a country no bigger than where we are right now at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like smashes the cornbread. That is what happened.
Mm.
We were invaded and betrayed.
By who?
People we used to call friends.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened. We got along so well. Everything was going right, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever find out.
If there's a possibility of finding it, we will work to finding it.
I give you my condolences. It's,
He looks at you now,
horrible thing.
Ben. You can see weird stuff when you touch stuff, right?
For the most part, yeah.
We used to have paladins like you too. They were able to sense things and objects,
Oh, yeah.
not unlike how you experienced with that dagger. Igor unbuckles his sword belt and offers the sword to you.
Like, chewed a little bit of cornbread that I had and kind of put it down. And I'll take it with one of my hands. Do I sense anything?
It takes a little bit, but yes, you do. Not that you really necessarily see anything at the moment. The inn around you sort of dims out of itself. Think of how, like, when you get like too high up and your ears begin to ring,
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at the popping sound.
and you can feel your heart go bum 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 bum, and it goes faster, faster, and faster. And you found out that you could always see, but you couldn't see before because it was so dark. And suddenly, the sky above you blooms into a bright yellow. It sort of trails away like a falling star. And beneath it and in front of you, you see a wide plain of hills and destroyed buildings, and a burning city a few miles away from you. You hear the shouting of dwarves. Even one dwarf kind of like slaps you on the back. It's inaudible what he's saying. You don't understand. He's speaking in Dwarvish. But you can tell with his urgency, he's ushering you to follow him. And you do so for a few moments, for a few steps. And you hear another loud boom. And the dwarves all leap forward onto their stomachs, and you look up again. You see another star burst, and a boom of light illuminates the landscape in front of you. To your right, you see water, the beach, as ships crash onto the shores and men in full plate armor step out and run towards the dwarves. Another boom, and the sky lights up once more. And you can see just in the clouds above the city, airships launching projectiles and fireballs at the city below.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna be eating chili.
Absolutely. You continue running towards what appears to be a giant hole in a towering wall. Dwarves are just piling in, and there seems to be some sort of impasse as the forces clash against each other, and you hear the clanging of swords. It's an environment you're not, like, too unfamiliar with, I bet. Or just this brutal back and forth of men in armor slashing, hitting, punching, and eventually just getting into just the mud and just punching each other, while another boom rings out and the sky lights up again, only for it to eventually dim out and the men around you fight in the darkness. And then you're back in the inn.
Oh, wow. I blink a couple of times. Kind of like look around at everybody. I'll set the sword down gently in front of him. I'll just lean in towards him, like, got a little close. You in that war?
I was. We were attacked that night.
I didn't see everything, but I got a pretty good gist. Plate armor, huh? That's an organized military, yeah, that's for sure.
Igor slowly takes back the sword. Those were our own allies. They, I later found out, organized an assault at night. They arrived from the shores, they used their airships, we were attacked on land. Their ships broke our wall. I don't know if you saw that part, or maybe you were there after it.
And I was there during the fight, and I saw before it. Just kind of little quips here and there. I didn't see very much, but I got a gist of what happened.
It was chaos. Absolute chaos.
Looked like it.
It was early. I was still in my undergarments for a moment until I could put on leather. But even then, it was too late. We did the best that we could to fight them back. Did you see the light?
I did. Saw multiples.
No. Did you see the big beam of light?
Did I see a big beam of light?
You did not, no. You just kept seeing, like, flashes every now and then.
I shook my head. No, I didn't. I just saw flashes of light, which, can't really explain.
Their mages, they use light, or some sort of magic, to light up the battlefield for their foot soldiers. And then they were able to provide support and safety, in the safety of their gunships. We did the best we could to take them down, but by then it was too late. There wasn't much that we could do.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about war, and that seemed like it was how long? I don't know if you want to tell me this, but how long were you allied with them? Do you have a general gist?
We were allied with them for about, count on his fingers, 20, 30 years.
Wow, that's. Did a change of government happen? Do you know anything about the political scope of these allies that you had?
I do, yes. I think it helps to really establish our own relationship. They helped us reclaim their land. We're forever grateful for them. We helped develop technology for them.
That was soon used to fight you, I assume.
They did, yes. We were under the goal of pushing back this huge nomad clan from another country. But publicly and unbeknownst to them, our king made the decision to harbor them. He felt sorry for them. We know what it's like to be pushed from our home. Who are we to reject refugees?
They probably took that in a very, very wrong way.
They did. They did. That's the only way you can make sense of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make sense of it any other way. I mean, unless there was a change in government, king died, or some coup de grace happened where someone higher up in that army just decided to be like, we can just take him out. I don't know. Wasn't there. I don't know much about their politics, but I assume it was a very long time in the making. It wasn't just a spread of the moment thing.
I agree with you, Ben.
What do you? A little off topic, kind of get away from all that. It's a little depressing.
It's all right.
What do you specialize in?
Are you talking about like my career aspirations? What I do?
I mean, if you want to tell me that too, yeah. But I mean more of in a combat scenario. You were in the military. I assume you have.
I was, yes.
Knowledge.
I was a foot soldier in the army for Pieter, House Pieter.
Gotcha.
My experience in combat is, for the war, it was only just ground hand-to-hand combat. I used sword and shield to fight against nomads, and to fight against any evil entities that came our way. And post that, I've taken on numerous types of jobs. I was bad at it, because normally I'm used to just following orders, but now I had to kind of drum up stuff on my own.
It's always nice having someone to tell you what to do, because then you don't have to think about anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been there, and I've also been the latter. I've told people what to do.
How did that go for you?
It went as bad as south as it could go.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
It's kind of shrug. It's a learning experience, I guess. A learning experience I took very badly, at least at the time. It's why I became a paladin, actually. It's one of the main reasons.
Really?
For more or less, yeah. I vowed to keep people... protect people until they're passing, and if they're destined to pass, then that is the will of someone greater than me. I am simply just the...
like an agent of change or whatever.
I don't know how to describe it. That wouldn't be too bad of a way to say it. I'm more just a protector of people. It's kind of weird to say that. I don't know how else to explain it. I kind of just make sure people don't go before they're meant to. And when they're meant to, God that I follow, takes care of all that.
You know, Isaiah, I understand what you mean. Unfortunately, a lot of you paladins kind of are the same, but
Yeah, just follow.
It's all right. Wanting to protect people is a very noble cause. I admire it, really, I do. I wish I could have been paladin.
Nah, could be. Can always change.
Good. Plenty of time to figure out how I can help you. But outside of combat experience, I was a carpenter.
Ooh,
I built fences, I built contraptions, I built parts of my house even.
So yeah, you. I only saw a little bit, but you were teaching the dude over there who was destroying that bowl of chili. You're teaching him how to make a few things, which look pretty cool.
Yeah, I could teach you too if you have time.
I'd love to. Always.
But yeah,
looking for
outside
more
of that,
skills.
so no, it's okay. I'll definitely pass on what I know. Outside of that, can't necessarily speak to much specifics. Kind of thinks for a moment. I'm definitely not a diplomatic person, so don't rely on me for that.
I wouldn't dare ask people. Diplomacy is very. It's really boring at times. So you're mostly just talking about things that don't ascertain or even, a lot of stuff just doesn't matter to you. It's more like the higher up people that have to deal with politics. The kings and the queens and nobles of your country.
They're not too bad, honestly, but they can get a little carried away.
Yeah, I think the egos of most people kind of guide them in wrong ways.
I mean, I know you're mostly paladin, you want to help people, but what else can you do?
Well, I'm mostly just I'm a good fighter, I suppose. I can fight real well, and I don't know. There's a lot of I didn't really do too much, other than just kind of forced into the way of fighting by my my late father and my mother. They were father was a general, and my mother was thankfully not in the military. She was just the keeper of a library that I grew up in. Still there, I hope, till this day. I didn't leave too long ago, so hopefully she's still there.
You're kind of last, and so I can't seem to escape you damn scholars.
It's just in the nature of lots of people want knowledge, and knowledge is very easily found in books, and books are very readily available if you know where to find them.
Absolutely. I think we'll get along very well. You remind me of my son. He was like you. Took after his mother and lots of his educational pursuits. He had a big heart. Really knew how to wield the sword, too.
I think we'll get along just fine, Igor.
Absolutely. I'll make sure of it.
Oh,
what about...
man. Oh, I'm stretching.
What about you, Ugash? What do you want to do with your life?
I'm honestly devoted to my goddess, and I wish for nothing more than to be her guiding light.
So you're very devoted. Did she save your life or something?
She showed me a new light,
Hmm.
and I can't thank her enough for it. I just couldn't imagine my life without her.
And what is your goddess the goddess of again?
She's the goddess of diseases, but she is
Oh.
more of like a curer, not a causer.
I'm not entirely sure how that works, but kind of like hand pats you through the air. I'm sure you'll make it work. Just don't Just don't be crazy on me, huh? I've had enough crazy religious people in my life to last me 3 lifetimes.
Hey, I'm not that crazy.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. You should have seen the other guy.
I don't want to see the other guy. Religion is a very scary thing when it gets out of hand.
No, he was more dedicated to his ideals in like the fanatical sense.
Ah, understandable.
Aside of your devoutness to your goddess, what else do you want? What do you do? Got any special talents? Medicine. You want to be a doctor? You want to be cleric? Yeah.
Actually, well, I'm already studying to be a cleric. But, it's hard work trying to manage adventuring and being a cleric.
I imagine so. There are not that many clerics left. Maybe you'll make some good business, like with your services, huh?
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
That's one way to get money. But I'm just gonna tell you right now. If you are able to make anything squishy and edible, I prefer that. Drinking stuff, just not the way I like it.
Well, usually we just use magic.
Very convenient.
Oh, Jesus. But, you know, potions are mostly quick because you can either inject it directly or ingest it. And, well, I haven't known of a pastry that could form medicines, but that might be a good idea to invest in.
You're smart. I believe that you can invent such a thing. Maybe you could do something with this chili, huh? You wouldn't want to turn down a bowl of this. You take the scoop of the chili.
This chili's just perfect as it is.
Welcome back, Leo. You were eating for quite a while.
What? I haven't eaten since last time I had chili, which was like, I guess it was a few hours ago. But before that, I didn't have anything.
It was a day or two. I mean, well,
Yeah.
no, we had some salted meats, but that only gets you so far. It's like eating. It's like waking up and eating the same thing every day. It's not great. Well, Hey. What about you, Gariel?
What about me?
I asked. I was asking
Oh, excuse
Gariel.
me. I'm so sorry. I was just so wrapped up in everyone's stories.
No. Enjoy the chili. It is beautiful, delicious chili. I was just asking, what comes next? How, or at least for you, what comes next for you?
Gariel takes another sip from the chili. She's pretty much almost emptied the whole bowl.
Damn, bitch.
Well, honestly, I haven't really left Fandolin that much. I've just always been the cleric of the town, at least doing the best that I could.
You want to come with us?
She kind of looks at you first, Leo, then everybody else. Would that be okay with everybody?
That's up
Yeah.
to you. That is.
Hold on.
agreeable.
We got to go through Jerry first. What say you, Jerry?
Everyone turns to Jerry. In slow, dramatic fashion, at the end of the table, Jerry sits in his chair staring over across at Toby. He doesn't move. No emotions. Until he gives you a quick thumbs up.
Yeah.
Jerry seems to be okay with it.
I just think of that fucking stone sound effect was like, and he's like slowly turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd I put my? Uh-oh. Oh, that's got deleted. Fuck.
Just makes
Whoa.
Minecraft skeleton sound.
Seems Jerry's alright with it. Your party is growing pretty quickly.
It is.
Gary is now a member of your party.
Let's fucking go.
Dude, let's go. Let's say, well, as long as you don't mind leaving Fanland for a little bit.
But you also have to tell us what do you want? What do you want out of, I guess, life?
That's a pretty deep question.
Gabriel's eyes grow impressively big. And scratches her forehead. I'm sorry, no one's really ever asked me this before.
I understand.
It might be simple, but I guess something I would love to accomplish is just I would love to see the world and just help people.
Okay.
In what sense?
Well, I've never left farther than the shore of this place. I've never left farther than Sword Coast itself. Honestly, I've never been as far as Neverwinter. I hear it's super cold and they have really big owls. It sounds so cool.
Neverwinter is
Sounds like we need to go get some big ass owls, bro. It's fun.
I've never been as far south as Baldur's Gate. There's a lot of places I haven't been to. I mean, clearly, I'm kind of motioning towards the whole table. We have, seems like, everyone from just about every corner of the world, every sort of background. This is kind of my dream, actually, growing up. Kind of just honestly, the life of a backwater town like this. You help people that come in, whether they be friendly, trespassers, or villains. You hear their stories, and you sort of think to yourself, oh, I would love to do that one day myself. But it can never come true. I always felt tied down to this place. But I think what you have shown me so far is that I have so much to offer this place and the world around me. I'm comfortable adventuring with you, and I know it's a very simple goal, but maybe traveling with you would help me discover what I want to. I don't have to always stay here.
You don't. Although it may seem like you have to.
You're right, and I guess I imagine I feel considerably less anxiety than, sorry Toby, human beings that have such short lifespans.
How old are you, Gariel? Bitch, like 10,000, some shit.
Imagine. No. I'm about. How old were you, Igor? Igor does not answer.
I'm gonna be like
about-
making the signs behind him while he's looking at her.
He sees your signs, but chooses to ignore it.
He sees my signs. How? You got eyes in the back of his head?
Perhaps. No, I'm just kidding. I'm about 107.
107. Don't elves live for like 800 years?
Yes. So, in the good sense, relative to humans, or I guess to everyone here, I'm an adult, just like everybody else.
Hmm.
Just kind of like scratch my head.
Doesn't feel like 100 years, though, if I'm being honest.
I just kind of like scratch my head, like, God, if I ever had kids, it'd be like my great grandkids are gonna be alive when you're still alive. That's insane to think about.
It is pretty sad, actually. now that you
Wait
put
a
it into words.
minute. Never mind. Alright, keep going in.
Ben just.
Hey, yo, if we fucked that kids, like, I would be dead and you'd have like
That's not what I
triple
meant. But
extended grandkids.
that's not what I meant. I was just thinking in the sense of like the bigger picture of like, God damn, she's gonna be alive when like great grandkids of people are gonna be alive.
I mean, Ben's not wrong. I used to know an elf that lived just as long as Gario. And her husband had the same fears, too.
The stay room is the fucking Leo's reaction. You need to make Leo in that phase.
It's just like the super bass boosted crackly vine boom sound effect.
Mm-hmm. Deep fried.
Yeah,
The reaction.
the deep fried reaction.
It is a very sad thing. Hell, by the time a lot of us have even reached our middle age, pointed Toby, he will be dead. Thanks.
Yes.
Poor Toby. It's like, yeah, thanks. I mean, that'll be everyone, Toby. Won't just be you.
But yeah, I guess that's what you could call my air quotes mission.
Alright.
I'll be as helpful as I can be, and it would be nice having 2 clerics, wouldn't it?
Can't hurt having more than one.
Yeah, it'll help, especially if we get into fights.
We are gonna need your information. You said you were 105?
She nods.
What's your last name?
She shakes her head. I don't think I'm ready to be that personal yet.
Hmm.
My Google Doc says otherwise.
Honestly, I'm waiting in the text box. Alright, suit yourself.
Out of context, it's because she doesn't officially have one. She's just literally called Sister Gariel.
No, okay.
Gotcha.
So now that she's our character, I have to think of one.
Alright.
Let's go.
Well, either way, I'd say we've got a pretty good standing of where we are now.
Absolutely.
People better watch out.
I've been meaning to ask, actually. Do you guys have some sort of nickname you call yourselves? That was such a big thing in my day.
What was your old group name?
You cleanses his fist and brings it over across his chest and pat over his heart. We were known as the right arm of Solonevsky. Proud warriors ready to defend their homeland.
That's pretty cool. I'll be honest, I've not really given it much thought.
Well, that was just one party. The one I had before that, they weren't exactly good at choosing names.
I wouldn't say we are either.
I was just curious. He just kind of waves his hand. No pressure. It's a reason that kind of thing died out, honestly.
It's gotta be something we gotta go by, though. We gotta, not exactly, we gotta instill fear in the enemies, you know.
You might want to make it shorter than ours. You know how exhausting it is to hear people shout that out?
Didn't have an acronym?
No.
Eesh. Yeah, that sounds exhausting.
Although, he laughs. It was funny. Alsternov had some lawyers. We called them jackoffs.
That's funny.
Alright.
They were terrible warriors.
They must have hated every moment of it.
No, they
I hope
loved it,
so.
actually.
They loved
It's like
it.
watching a kid, play outside after reading all day, you know?
Okay.
Interesting.
But that kid, they were the smartest men I ever knew. Albeit, maybe they weren't all that good with actual combat experience.
Ah, that's why they're called the jackoffs.
Yeah, they just fucking sit in their tower all day reading, jacking off.
I assume when it came time to fight, at least they hopefully fought.
Well, they fought alright.
Amongst themselves, I'm guessing.
Amongst themselves. This was more like a battle of the minds. They just love to talk about every little thing. You could do one thing wrong, it would turn into a 3-hour conversation about the ethics of why that was wrong.
Eesh.
It was annoying, but there were some fruitful discussions that we had from it. I kinda miss it, honestly.
Fair enough. I don't know. We should, everyone should give it some thought, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah,
I've
give it
given
some
it some thought.
You have?
I have.
Are you sure?
I have. Good things usually come when they're quickly thought. You can plan for like anything, but when on the top of someone's head, or when on the top of my head at least, I can come up with some things quickly.
All
I
right.
can rule out things.
Let's see.
I think we should name our group Wave.
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 Wave or wave?
Wave.
So like waving.
I like it.
It's an action that's used to resemble both a greeting and a goodbye. And I don't know. I think it's something that it's simple, easy to remember. It's not as, I guess, off-putting.
I like it. I like it. I was more thinking of like ocean waves, like the waves off the coast.
Ocean waves.
Yeah. When I was young, I was on the beach of Ryabakov. Waves would crash against the rocks and kill anyone that could not swim. Oh, it was so glorious to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could be as gentle as in a calm pond water or fierce as the ocean.
Exactly.
But your idea of wave is a lot better.
I mean, it can always mean multiple things, as it already has.
Exactly. What does everyone else think?
Granted, that's just my idea.
I like it. I'm terrible with names too, so I don't want to like suggest anything, I guess, until I think over it. But I like it. It's something I can get behind. Wave. And Gary will kind of like reaches into the bowl of chili, but there's no chili, so she's like sucking her fingers instead.
I'll just like push my bowl over there. I haven't finished it.
She then takes your bowl and just begins to idly chew on the chili.
Doesn't sound like a bad name. I wonder if you know, and this is just a little thought. In the military, you know, there would always be unit names would always have something after it too. Like you would have, I don't know. I think one of our unit names was like Spitfire, and it was of the like first branch or second branch. Do you think we should have one of those too, or should it just be Wave?
What do you think?
I mean, I thought of something that sounds kind of cool, like Wave of the first branch. Maybe that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I thought that sounded kind of cool.
Does it have to be necessarily a branch?
No, it could be whatever. It doesn't have to be a branch or anything. It could just be something else after Wave. It's like it's something to distinguish yourself by, right? It's like Wave is something that is done as an action or is said. Someone waves goodbye in like a book you're reading. But if you have Wave and then maybe something after it to distinguish it from just the action, it could be a bit more easy for people to discern that we're a group of people. I don't know, just a little thought.
How about we move the number to the front to symbolize, so like first wave, as in people will know who we are in the first time they see us. They'll know what we want and they'll know what our plans are in our first meeting.
That could work.
Yeah.
I think it's something to very easily discernible. I feel like it works.
Think on it. But for now, I propose toast.
Definitely. I'm gonna toast to everything we've been through so far.
Hold a piece of cornbread. Toast.
Gariel is holding up the bowl of chili. Toby is holding up his glass of water. Igor is also holding up his empty bowl of chili. Koss is just holding up his fist. Jerry is sitting unceremoniously still. Ugash, how do you wish to toast?
His face down in the chili.
Ugash is face down in the chili.
Bubbles popping up every once in a while. Like,
Absolutely. It's really nice meeting you all. To- We're about to do a toast. What are you toasting with?
Chili.
Alright, chili it is. I propose this toast to the new adventures we have, the new friends that we've made. May we continue to be prosperous and successful and really turn around the lives of the people that we meet. To wave, to new beginnings.
New
wave. Woo!
Everyone brings in their selective items to toast.
This piece of cornbread just like falls off.
Pretty much, yeah. There's cornbread falling off. Chili just smacks against the table. And then suddenly, a soft rumble, almost like thunder, gets louder and louder, shaking the ground. And eventually, the tavern itself, dust kind of like trickles from the ceiling.
Oh boy, we've bugged
Everyone
many times.
grips the table, yeah. Toby, especially, is like looking around, beady eyes, and just like, what was that?
Do you think the
What
gods
was
are on
what?
our toast? That's not good.
Oh, Toby? What do you mean? You don't know what a toast is?
No. What was that?
The rumbling.
The rumbling, everything started shaking.
That I don't know.
It is an avalanche, even though we live nowhere next to the mountains.
Igor sits facing the wall in front of him, eyes almost like glassed over. He's shakily holding onto this bowl of chili. Toby gets up in this chair. I'm gonna go check it out. He leaves.
Sounds good. Igor, you good?
Igor doesn't respond. He only grips the bowl of chili tighter.
Can't
Like, pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah. It'll be alright, Igor. Don't worry about it.
He nods slowly and begins to breathe in and out and in and out. And Gariel leans over trying to help calm him down too. I think I got it from here. Maybe Toby saw something.
I'm gonna go. Whoop. I'll be back in a second. If no one's following me as I go outside.
When you when you leave the tavern, and outside, the sunny day is a little bit cloudy. A little bit of snowfall, and you can see other residents of Phandalin leaving their homes, all looking towards the sky, some of them like gasping and pointing towards the east.
I look over towards the east.
Toby's looking that direction too.
We
Shul-
fucked up.
Shovel in his hand,
Good.
he's just staring out towards the east. Oh my god. What is that?
What do I see?
What are we looking at?
Roll perception for me.
Oh boy.
Death.
Roll to perceive
Time
the
of death.
roll time of death. Where'd my d20 go? Oh yeah, I got sucked away into the fucking forever box.
Rolled a
nine.
20 on that.
Roll a
Another
one.
loud rumble, almost like a wave of thunder, echoes back towards you again, and a large gust of wind almost knocks everyone over. When you are able to look towards the east again, you see it's not entirely like huge, but it's not small either. A tail slithers, followed by a pair of wings, and in the sunlight, you can see a green, scaly bird-like creature flying away.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh hell no!
Toby kind of puts his hands on his head in disbelief.
I didn't think there were dragons in this part of the woods.
Well, they're dragons. And that's it.
Oh, what a you're gonna destroy us. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a green dragon running around. We're fucked. We're dead. We're boned.
Oh,
TKP inbound. Or TPK. We're all gonna fucking die. Just kidding. Oh man. Well, we finally got over the political part of the game. Now we can go and kill things. Yes.
I can kill stuff.
fuck yeah.
I don't know what you're doing with the damn dragon, but I'm for it.
So that's not even my thing.
Is that just the book? Is that just the book?
It's part of the book, but I wanted to introduce it differently.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
Hopefully you saved.
I did. Because normally you'd encounter it anyway. I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, there's a dragon here. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you see this dragon walking up in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to try to, like, introduce it differently.
So yeah, you go into a cave and there's a green dragon. What? Well, that's sick.
We made great progress.
Yes, we did. And we got 2 party members. Goated party members.
We got 2 fucking parties. That's great.
Instead of 1 piece of shit party member. That wasn't even a party member. He was kind of just existing.
Super
Glass
fucking
staff.
glass staff, bro.
Fucking glass staff. It wasn't really a party member. He's got like a hostage
It actually was like a hostage, though.
that I unbeknownst
Trash, bro.
and forgot that he was kind of a hostage.
He was trash. Now we've got rid of that fucking parasite. We can actually enjoy the game, bro.
Oh man.
That's it. Till tomorrow or until another time.
Please God.
I guess
Yeah.
tomorrow is today.
Today is tomorrow.
Today is tomorrow.